Hello everyone. Once again, welcome to my channel. My name is Shiva Krishnan and I upload videos related to data analytics and its tools such as Excel, Power BI, and I also upload videos related to AI. So in case you are new to my channel, I would like to extend a warm welcome to all of you, and to the existing subscribers, thank you very much for staying connected with me. ठीक है, तो नए लोगों का स्वागत है इस चैनल पे, एंड टू द एग्जिस्टिंग सब्सक्राइबर्स थैंक यू वेरी मच. ऑलराइट. जैसे जैसे कि मैंने पिछले वीडियोस में बताया कि एक स्ट्रॉन्ग कम्युनिटी बिल्ड करने का एक ऑब्जेक्टिव है इस चैनल के थ्रू. ठीक है, जहाँ पे मैं अपना नॉलेज आपके साथ शेयर करूँगा एंड आप लोगों भी अपना इंसाइट्स शेयर कर सकते हो बाय राइटिंग ए कमेंट. ठीक है. सो गाइस, या, like what I meant, what I just said in Hindi is that um, the objective is to create a stronger community, okay, wherein we'll be creating a community which is very enthusiastic and um, aligned with the Excel, data analytics, and the AI related stuff, right? This is very dynamic and ever evolving field, but very much important when it comes to career growth and all that, right? So let's get started with you know the second stage of a project. Okay, the first stage of the project is ready now. Yeah, I just wanted to also let you know that, guys, I just wrote a couple of prompts and the whole portal is ready without any technical issues, and I was kind of startled. Okay, I was kind of a little bit surprised because this project is pretty advanced, right? Very complex, and but yet I did not face technical issues so far. ठीक है, तो मुझे लगा कि ये थोड़ा कॉम्प्लेक्स प्रोजेक्ट है तो इश्यूज आएंगे, चैलेंजेस आएंगे, बट अभी तक आया नहीं. ठीक है. So guys, here you can see that this is a dashboard for the factory manager. Okay, here, and also I've already given the disclaimer in the previous video, right, that this is only for educational purposes. Okay, I like to go through the, yeah, this is only for educational research and technical enablement purposes, for testing purposes basically. Okay, everything here is within the isolated closed loop local development sandbox. Okay, and the data is all synthetic, and this does not represent any real um, third party platform or any platform as such. This is only the dummy portal that we are creating only for testing purposes. And also, it does not facilitate any unauthorized web automation or data scraping or form spamming or anything unethical or anything unauthorized by um, YouTube. Okay, so this is the disclaimer. All right, here, guys, you can see that this is a factory manager dashboard. Okay, there are several levels of access that you'll be having. One will be for the factory manager, one will be for the distributor, and then you have for the vendor, right? And you have for distributor, customer, supplier, factory manager, etc., so on and so forth. All right. So here you guys can see that there are several tabs here, and like several pages: dashboard, orders, inventory, suppliers, analytics, compliance, etc. So here it states that there are 12 orders. Okay, and that machine utilization is 81.5% across facilities. Okay, efficiency score is this. Low stock alert, items below reorder level. Here it is given the alert as well. Okay, obviously this is only at the testing stage, right? There will be a lot of back and forth and a lot of things that I will be adding at every stage so that it looks very much in sync with the way it happens in the real world. All right, so this stage is completed. The first stage is completed, folks. Stages of project. Okay, I'll mark this as done. I'll highlight this in yellow color so that You guys can clearly see. Now, I also highlight this in bold. Okay. The second will be creating AI agents, which is supply chain forecasting agent and order tracking AI agent on Mindpal. All right. Um, okay. So before we begin with that, right, I had this question to Copilot AI that how would this testing work and etc. etc. So first of all, what we will do is we will upload the historical data, provide the past demand, production schedule, raw material usage, and sales records, and then ask the AI agent to run forecast query and ask the agent things like forecast steel demand for the next quarter or predict raw material needs for this month of July. Okay, and then the validate accuracy, compare the agent's prediction against actual demand once real data comes in. All right, this will be ongoing process. Then the stress test, upload unusual scenarios, holiday spikes, supply shortages to see if the agent adapts correctly. Okay, and then for the order tracking, upload the order and shipment data and provide sample purchase orders, supplier shipment logs, delivery timelines. Ask tracking queries, where is my shipment this particular number, show me all delayed orders this week, and check real-time updates, simulate order status changes in transit delivered, and then confirm the agent updates dashboard correctly. Okay, and then the role-based testing, log in a supplier, distributor, or customer to ensure each sees only their relevant tracking data. All right. Okay, so here we have the testing workflow as well. We'll feed the data set, run the queries, validate the output, iterate, refine data formats, queries, and dashboard until results are consistent. Once demo testing work, connect to live ERP or logistic APIs. Cool. We have the data set as well, and then I'll be writing the prompt. And once the AI agent is created, then we will do the testing, right? I'm going to ask Copilot AI to help me with the prompt to be written to Copilot AI so that we can create this AI agent. Okay, first of all, we'll create the supply chain forecasting agent. I'll copy this prompt. I'll go to Mindpal space. Let's wait for some time while the website loads. It will take some time, folks. Okay. So, guys, I like to highlight this that this type of project is a university level of project, folks. So, do not take this lightly. Okay. Do watch this kind of video in dedication in case if you are really interested in landing a high paying job in the field of AI. Okay. So watch this with a little bit patience. ठीक है, थोड़ा बहुत पेशेंस के साथ इस टाइप का प्रोजेक्ट को आप इस टाइप का वीडियो को आप कंप्लीटली देख लेना. ठीक है, बिकॉज आपको क्या है कि इंटरव्यू में आपके लिए ही काफ़ी हेल्पफुल होगा. एंड मैं तो ये भी कह देता हूँ कि आप मुझे कॉपी करके ना आप खुद मतलब प्रॉम्प्ट्स को थोड़ा रिफाइन करके इस टाइप ऑफ प्रोजेक्ट्स पे काम करो. ओके, एंड देन ऑल्सो लेट मी नो हाउ योर इंटरव्यू वेंट. Alright, and also in case if you are in the production world, you can also let me know that how my content is actually helping you either ways, right? And copy this prompt, and I will hit enter. In the meanwhile, let's go through this prompt. So here it states that create an AI agent called supply chain forecasting agent. The objective is to analyze historical demand, raw material usage and production hours, generate data forecasts for upcoming months, predict raw material requirements and production capacity needs. And the data input is upload CSV or Excel dataset with columns, month, product, etc. capabilities, answer queries like forecast steel demand for the next 3 months is so and so. Predict production hours needed if demand rises this percent in. ओके, सो यहाँ पे आपने देखा होगा कि यहाँ पे मैं कॉन्टेक्स्ट सेट कर रहा हूँ कि एआई एजेंट किस टाइप का क्रिएट होना चाहिए। ठीक है, अब यहाँ पे ये जो पास में डेटा है हमारे पास, इसकी बेसिस में बताना कि क्या फोरकास्ट रहेगा आने वाले महीनों में। ठीक है, एंड रॉ मटेरियल का क्या रिक्वायरमेंट होगा, प्रोडक्शन कैपेसिटी के लिए क्या प्लानिंग कैसे करना है, ये एआई एजेंट से पहले से ही सेट करके रख देंगे ताकि डेटा मिलने पे ये हमें बता देगा। राइट, आई एम हियर एंड आई hit enter. Now let's see. So it's in the process of creating this AI agent. Okay. Um, so it's asking me how would you like to build your supply chain forecasting agent? Build from scratch. Mm, okay. Well, it's asking me whether I need to build from scratch or leverage the existing business intelligence agent. I've already created a business intelligence agent in the past. Um, use your best judgment. Create new. Create a specialized supply chain optimized with best default. Uh, I'll ask Copilot AI so that um, I'll say it is asking me if I want to build from scratch, use existing business intelligence AI agent framework that I created in the past, that I had already created in the past, and or or uh, use your best judgment, create new. So here, Copilot AI is asking me, explaining the options. Okay, build from scratch. Best if you want full customization for supply chain forecasting agent. Um, the drawback is that more it'll require more effort initially, but cleaner and future proof. मतलब इसका नेगेटिव पार्ट ये होगा कि इनिशियली में जो है ना थोड़ा सा एफर्ट्स लगेंगे, ज़्यादा एफर्ट्स लगेंगे बिकॉज, बट बेस्ट पार्ट ये है कि completely customized होगा and use the existing BI framework. If the past BI agent already handles data ingestion, dashboards, and analytics, you can extend with forecasting and tracking modules. Saves time, but may carry over limitations or assumption from the old framework. Exactly. इसमें प्रॉब्लम ये है कि ये अगर मैं इसका फ्रेमवर्क यूज़ करता हूँ BI एजेंट का फ्रेमवर्क, तो उसके बेसिस में वो काम करेगा बट थोड़ा लिमिटेशंस होंगे बिकॉज उस बिजनेस इंटेलिजेंस एजेंट का फ्रेमवर्क ही कुछ अलग होगा एंड यहाँ पे सप्लाई चेन फोरकास्टिंग का जो फ्रेमवर्क है वो डेल बी डिफरेंट, राइट। Best judgment, create new. This is usually safest choice. Mindpal will build fresh agent optimized for your current project while still allowing you to reuse concepts from your BI framework. Now, what is the recommendation? Since this project is a next gen, next generation AI manufacturing portal, I'll suggest create new. Okay, so it has given me the recommendation. It has mentioned that it gives me a clean state. I can upload the 30 row data set, and I will avoid the constraint like the things that are restraining from the older BI agent while still being able to integrate features later if needed. Exactly. तो इसमें क्या है कि बेस्ट ऑफ ऑल द एआई एजेंट, यानी कि अगर मैं स्टार्ट से um, एकदम न्यू क्रिएट करूँगा तो इसमें क्या हो कि सब फ्रॉम ब्लैंक से स्टार्ट होगा, फ्रॉम स्क्रैच, ठीक है। एंड बट एट द सेम टाइम एग्जिस्टिंग बीआई एजेंट का जो फीचर्स है, थोड़ा बहुत फीचर्स लेटर चाहिए तो वो इसको इंटीग्रेट कर भी सकता है, राइट। एंड इन नियर फ्यूचर इफ इट वांट्स द older BI agent framework features can be integrated. So I'll go to Mindpal and then I'll say this one. Okay, so I've clarified that I want the option C. Now it will be creating this supply chain forecasting AI agent. Okay, I have to go back and see like how it has been created. Seems like okay, create from here and pinch. I'll start from the beginning. Okay, uh, maybe I was in the other option of Mindpal, but maybe that's why it asked me for all these many questions, right? So let's click from here. That option is also fine. It's not that I was in the wrong page. I was definitely in the right page, but this is more appropriate. ठीक है, ये और बेटर होगा। ठीक है, यहाँ पे हम डिफाइन कर देंगे बैकग्राउंड इन्फॉर्मेशन। बैकग्राउंड इन्फॉर्मेशन मतलब ये एक इंडक्शन जैसा है, एक नया एम्प्लॉय का जब इंडक्शन होता है ना कंपनी में, तो ये उस टाइप का है। ठीक है, रेस्पॉन्स फ्रेमवर्क, रेस्पॉन्स फ्रेमवर्क एंड गाइडलाइंस, ये बेसिकली कुछ नहीं है, मतलब ये दिस इज नथिंग बट the training part. Once the employee is onboarded and um, induction is done, right, then you give the training as in how that employee is going to function in the production world, right? So similarly for this AI agent, we are giving this response framework. um, what are the parameters and how this AI agent will function in the real world, right? So first is the data assessment. Now in the meanwhile, let's go through this background information first. So you are a supply chain forecasting agent specializing in industrial predictive analytics. Your expertise lies in analyzing historical production, demand, and resource utilization data to provide actionable insights for manufacturing and logistics planning. ठीक है, यहाँ पे मतलब मैंने एक ब्रीफ में बता दिया कि ठीक है, ये ए एजेंट किस टाइप का ए एजेंट है, ये सप्लाई चेन फोरकास्टिंग ए एजेंट है ये। ठीक है, एंड देन response framework, data assessment, identify the specific products and time frames within the provided data, look for the relationship between units, solid material tons, and production hours. Okay, and then the pattern identification, analyze the data for seasonality, growth, trends, or cyclical fluctuation demands. Very most important, ठीक है, because this is how the real human analyst also functions, right? तो ये लोग डेटा को एनालाइज करते हैं सीजनैलिटी के बेसिस पे, ग्रोथ ट्रेंड के बेसिस में, और साइक्लिकल कुछ फ्लक्चुएशन है, एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा, राइट। एंड देन द कैलकुलेशन एंड प्रोजेक्शन To forecast, apply historical average growth or seasonable modifiers to project future months. And then to analyze scenarios, use the derived usage rates example, tons per unit, hours per unit to calculate the impact of demand shift. And then the synthesis, provide a clear answer to the user specific query supported by data, summaries or tables where appropriate. ठीक है? I click on create and then this is created. I'll click on chat with this AI agent and then I'll upload the data set. Uh, okay. Here we have the historical data set, right? I'll upload this. I'll say give me some time, okay? I'll say that okay, forecast the demand for, or rather, I'll take the help from Copilot AI. Okay, give me some time, folks. Okay, uh, at the stage of testing. Okay, so here, right, excellent, right? We have some of the prompts. Okay, forecast demand for car chases for next 3 months based on historical data. Okay, predict raw material requirement for engine blocks in July. Estimate production hour. mm, Identify seasonal demand trends. I'll do one thing. I'll do testing for couple of prompts. Okay, I'll copy this. I'll say analyze this data set and then forecast the demand for car chases for next 3 months based on historical data. ठीक है? So we will see the magic now. कुछ ही सेकंड्स मतलब हार्डली कुछ मिनट्स में ये बता देगा हमारा डेटा क्या है, राइट? तो मैंने इसको कहा कि डेटा सेट को एनालाइज करना एंड इसके बेसिस में मुझे फोरकास्ट करके बता देना कि 3 मंथ्स में क्या होगा फोरकास्ट. अभी देखो यहाँ पे स्टेप बाय स्टेप उसने ब्रेक डाउन करके बता दिया, राइट? इट हैज़ गिवन मी दिस ब्रेक डाउन. ओके, data assessment and patterns. So here it is stated that the data set for car chassis shows a strong upward trajectory over the 12-month period despite minor year fluctuations. Growth trend, demand grew from this many units in January, 1,200 in January to 2,100 by December. A 75% increase over the year. Then the stability, that this October, December, the growth was stable, right? And then demand forecast for next 3 months. So month one, forecast units 2,200, projected raw 550, the product raw material that's projected. In terms of units, it's 2,200. In terms of raw material in tons, it's 550. In projected production hours, 4,400. And again in Feb, it's 2,300 in terms of units. And in terms of tons of material, 575. And then in projected production hours, it's 4,600. Obviously, like in the real production world, um, you will always validate this with a real human. But the best part is that for a human, believe me, it will take at least several hours, maybe even couple of days to do this type of demand forecasting, right? People who are working the supply chain field. But now with the help of AI, that is, remarkably cut down to just a matter of few minutes. That's the speed of AI. Okay. And if at all the data is not that accurate, then we will do the refining of the AI agent and then try to improve the accuracy. But then when you improve the accuracy, previously it would have taken you, let's say, 6 7 hours or even couple of days. Then compare that with working with an AI agent, it'll be cut down to hardly what, 15 20 minutes or max to max 1 hour. Now you imagine the speed at which you're operating, right? All the while your accuracy is also getting improving, is improving. Okay. And then the third thing is key findings and insight. Capacity warning, production hours has scaled from 2,400 to 4,200 over the year. The forecast suggests a need for 4,800 hours by month 3. You should verify if the current facility shifts or headcount can support this percent increase, right? Now, I just said that, give me the forecast demand, but it gave me complete insight. How incredible, right? And yeah, the supply chain load raw material requirement will reach 600 tons per month by the end of this quarter. Ensure that the production procurement contracts are adjusted for 80-ton increase compared to December baseline. Okay, so this part is done. All right, and then I'll say identify seasonal demand trends for mm, gearbox across the year, or rather, I'll come up with something very interesting. Simulate a 15% demand spike and show impact on raw material usage. Copy this. I'm going to paste this here. So again, in a matter of few seconds, it has given me the detailed breakdown, right? It's given me the scenario that okay, the scenario is 15% demand. Obviously, it could be even 20% or even 10% or something like that. Okay, but this is just an example, right? So for 15% demand as a scenario, right? So in original scenario, without this percent, it's here at 2100. So with the spiked scenario, it's 2415. Absolute increase in terms of 315 units. Then when comes to raw material in tons, it's at 520 for December, but with the spike, it's 598. That's 78 tons extra. Then production hours 4200. In terms of spike, it's spiked to 4830. Okay, so impact analysis on raw materials. Now, increased inventory requirement. This spike requires an additional 78 tons of raw material. Based on the historical average of 0.25 tons per chassis, the total consumption jumps from 520 to 598 tons. If your safety stock levels are calculated based on the 2100 unit baseline, this surge could lead to a stockout unless a 15% buffer is maintained. Cool. Then supply chain pressure. A jump to 598 tons represent highest material requirement in the dataset. This is a 15% month over month increase from the original December projection and a 42% increase compared to the mid-year May usage of 420 tons. procurement logistics, lead time risk. If raw materials have long lead times, the order for the additional 78 tons would need to be placed weeks or months in advance, right? So it has went several steps ahead. I did not even ask for this part, like, and then, but then in a matter of seconds, is already given me this. And then the storage capacity, ensure that the warehouse can physically accommodate 600 tons of material at once compared to the usual 500 ton throughput. How incredible, right? Um, Although, guys, listen, I don't have much experience of working into supply chain directly, but I can get some kind of idea here that what AI is trying to, say, right? Um, Now the resource bottleneck warning. While raw material is primary concern, the 630 additional production hours required for this spike represent equivalent of roughly 4 extra full-time employees, assuming 160 hours per month, or significant overtime for the existing crew. Without planning for this labor, the raw material may sit idle in the warehouse. Right? It has also calculated the production hours required for this. Great. So this testing is done. Okay. Uh, what I'm going to do is click on done, and then should I publish? No, I'll do that later on. This part is done till now. Okay, I'll close this. And the next, we'll come up with the next prompt for order tracking AI agent. Okay, I click on new agent, then paste this prompt. Click on generate. And then again, we will do the testing of this order tracking AI agent as well. Okay, I'll remove this unnecessary part. Again, I'll remove this response framework part as well. Okay, so I'll quickly walk you through this AI agent. This time, this is for order tracking. Okay, so the background information is you're the order tracking AI agent, a specialized logistics and supply chain assistant. Your expertise lies in managing, analyzing, and reporting on purchase orders, shipments, and delivery timelines using internal data set. You provide real-time visibility into order statuses for customers, suppliers, and distributors by processing data containing order ID, customer, product, quantity, status, and expected delivery columns. Now, this is for the induction part, right? This is the base on which the AI agent is going to operate. For the response framework, analyze a query. Identify the specified parameters requested, such as unique order ID, status category, example delayed, or a specific data range. Then the data retrieval. Scan the available data set for records matching the criteria. Reasoning and calculation. For specific items, locate the exact row. For list, filter the data set based on the status or date. And then lastly, for structured delivery, present the findings in a clear, easy to read format. Use tables for list of orders and bold text. ठीक है, यहाँ पे एक बेस बता दिया कि एआई एजेंट कैसे ऑपरेट करेगा, किस बेसिस पे इसको ऑपरेट करना है, एंड कि कौन से पैरामीटर्स होंगे जिसके बेसिस में से ये ऑपरेट करना है, ये सभी मैंने बता दिया. राइट, एनालाइज क्वेरी कि ठीक है ये एक यूनिक ऑर्डर आईडी पे ये फेच करेगा स्टेटस. ठीक है, एंड देन फिर डेटा कैसे रिट्रीव करेगा. राइट, एंड देन सो ये तो हो गया कॉन्फ़िगरेशन स्टेज पे. नाउ इसको टेस्ट करेंगे. राइट, I click on chat with this AI agent. तो सिमिलरली मैं बोलूँगा कि help me with prompts to be written to order tracking AI agent at the stage of testing. ठीक है. Here it stays single order status. Where is shipment right now? Delayed orders, show me all delayed orders this week. Fulfillment rate. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's start with the first prompt, which is where is shipment number 452. And just in case if you guys wanted to see the data set, um, here it is. You guys can see this. This is obviously dummy data. Okay, I'll upload the data set. I'll say analyze this data set and tell me you'll be amazed at the speed at which uh, this AI agent operates. See, it hardly took seconds, right? Basis the dataset provided, here is the current status of shipment 452. This is blah 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 customer. This is a product. Okay. Status is showing as transit, expected delivery 15 June. Alright. And now let's test a few more prompts. I will not be able to test many more prompts because simply because I'm low on credits, folks. Okay. Uh, I'll then test the next prompt. Show me all delayed orders this week. I said, okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Show me all delayed orders this week. So it will help us with the result accordingly. So it has stated that based on the entire data set of 30 rows, there's only one order which is delayed. Okay, great. Then finally, uh, summarize the current order fulfillment rate across all shipments. Now you guys can see, right, at what speed AI is operating. Okay, if you were to ask a human will take a lot of time, right? This type of analysis, a human will take at least 1 hour for sure. Even if that person happens to be a pro or a star performer in his or her company, right? This person will still take a lot of time compared to the speed of what AI is operating. Okay, so here it has given me the result. All right, so that's it for today's video. We have done the testing of these two AI agents, and then in the next video, we will try to integrate this to AI agent in our preview stage. So I'll highlight this, mention this as done. highlight this in bold. Okay. So yes, I'm going to wrap this video and then we'll try to integrate this AI agents during the preview stage to see how they work. Okay. Thank you so much for patiently watching this video. And if you have not subscribed, do subscribe to this channel. Take care. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.